Hey, legal cinephiles. You thought you could hide from me? Nah, I'm coming. Money in the bank. It's gonna be my time. See you soon.
Welcome to Movie Trivia Under the Lights. Uno, dos, tres, ¡pa! Welcome back, everyone, to Movie Trivia Under the Lights. I'm your host, Jack, and I'm joined with my co-host, Alex, the host, Helmer, and we're here to bring you yet another great trivia match. We have Jacob, the Package Cunningham, versus the Dark Knight Gill. Now, Helmer, both of these competitors have been competing for a while now, and they always seem to put up really impressive point values, whether or not they win. So we have a really interesting match on our hands today. What do you have to say?
Yeah, these are two top 10 players in League of Cinephiles, two players who have had a lot of success both in singles and duos. And the interesting part of it is that both competitors, I think if you ask them about their career so far in the League of Cinephiles and movie trivia division, they would say that they've kind of underachieved. So I think this matchup, each of them being top 10, both of them never beating a top 10 player in singles, it's going to be a big moment for both these competitors to finally beat one of those great players that they feel they've always been destined to play in the league.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And if you take a look at the stats here, I mean, Jacob, he's already proved himself both in singles and duos, a 2-1 and a 3-1 record. First round, he's pretty in the middle, 4.0 average, but that actor round, he's really consistent and he's always getting those steals, 60%. Gill, on the other hand, just about as good at the beginning. He's got a 20% actor range and just about the same when it comes to steals. So these players are really like neck and neck.
I think for Gill, the storyline has to be the picture round. You see that 20% there. He's really struggled in his last couple matches. You could see him and Ben when they were part of a duo in season 2. They had a lot of chemistry. They actually went 2 straight matches without getting one wrong in the picture round. I think it might have been 3, but you might have to fact check me on that. But they were great as a duo in that round. But since Gill has left Ben and since he's kind of been doing singles kind of away from him, he has really struggled in the picture round, which makes sense because Ben is one of the better picture round players in the League of Cinephiles. So the Dark Knight, this is going to be a real test for him. For Jacob, his strength has to be in his niche categories. Jake has some of the most niche kind of category taste. And when it comes to franchises as well, he's one of those players where whatever he picks on the wheel, it's going to be trouble for his opponent. So it'll be interesting to see if Gill kind of adapts to that and is able to kind of, we've seen him doing it in world cinema. Let's see if he can do it for some of these niche categories that Jacob the Package Cunningham has to offer.
And you can also bring up the fact that if Gill wins today, he's setting himself up for a title shot against Merck, which will then give the kitchen for a lot of really good points here in the near future.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. The winner of this does play Merck with the movies of the Cinephiles in Paradise, one of the best, possibly the best rookie of season 3.
All right, now let's go on and bring out our first competitor of the night. Representing the 5 Angry Men, Jacob the Package Cunningham. How are you doing, my brother from down under?
Doing pretty good, boys. It's morning. I'm actually awake. I'm prepared. I've been studying. We haven't been doing so well lately as a team and individually. My last 2 matches have been losses, so I've really prepared hard for this one. And Gil is someone I respect in the league. And in my first match here, you said there's only room for one Christian Bale type person in the league. The Australian Psycho is back, and I'm here to beat you.
Representing the kitchen, the Dark Knight. How are you doing?
I'm alright. right, guys. It's great to see you all again. You know, I've been recovering from the defeats that I've faced, but I think that it was time to come out of the Batcave and take Jacob down.
Round 1, 8 questions in round 1, 15 seconds per question. Competitors must write down their answers legibly and completely. 1 point for each correct answer. Competitors have 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use over the course of the match. If a competitor goes perfect in the first round, they will get the honorary Helmer bonus question for a potential 9th point. The Dark Knight, are you ready?
Always.
The package, are you ready?
Yep, delivered. Let's do it.
Then let's get ready to clash. Jack, take it away.
What film in the James Bond franchise had its title theme song performed by Tina Turner?
And James Bond.
I haven't seen all the movies, but I definitely like a couple.
I have not
3,
really seen any of them.
2,
Oh,
1.
So many.
that's a shame.
All right. We can start with Gil
I put GoldenEye.
and Jacob.
No idea. Octopussy.
The correct answer is GoldenEye. Gil with the 1-0 lead to start off.
I apologize to all my friends. They're big James Bond fans.
Helmer with the second question.
What Star Wars franchise director made his acting debut as Zebedee, the father of the apostles, James and John, in Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ? Pens are not flying, Zeppo.
No, they're not. Seems people on other Star Wars directors.
Gil, can I see hands as well?
Yeah, sorry.
Three, 2, 1. And
Jake-
we'll go with Jacob.
I have no idea. J.J. Abrams.
The Dark
and
Knight.
Gil.
Irvin Kershner. I don't.
One of you had it right.
Yeah, it's
And it's Gil again. Irvin Kershner.
that.
What? A 2-point lead there for Gil. 2 tough questions as we head to the third. Jack?
Question number 3. What Oscar winner portrays real-life Civil War General Tushima Sherman in the 1962 Western epic How the West Was Won? Have you seen this one, Helmer? I know you're a big Western guy.
I am. This one's like 5,000 hours, so I haven't seen it.
I started it, but I didn't end up finishing it. But he was
Oh,
fine.
so you don't know how the West was won.
No, I'm still in the middle of the battle. And 3, 2, 1, time. We will start with Gil.
I changed my answer. Hopefully, it's right. Gregory Peck.
And Jacob.
Henry Fonda.
The correct answer is John Wayne. Gregory Peck, I believe, was actually in that movie, but not the correct answer.
I almost put that.
Well, it doesn't matter.
It would have
I
been
almost
wrong,
thought that'd be too obvious.
Would've been
Yeah.
wrong. Yep.
Score remains the same, 2-0 in Gil's favor. Helmer, question number 5.
Jacob's still trying to get on the board as we go to 4. What Harry Potter franchise actors can be found providing voiceovers to the following films? Babe, James the Giant Peach, and Happy Feet. Gil writing a bit faster, but Jacob also writing pretty fast. We're gonna have to get a what do you use to measure speed? I was about to say thermometer. That's not right though.
3, 2, 1.
Jacob.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Dark Knight.
I had the same thing, Helena Bonham Carter.
They get it in unison, but it wasn't right.
He's on the
We were
board. Oh,
looking
fuck.
we were looking for Miriam Margolyes. Margoyles.
Margolis.
You're gonna get
Who is
corrected
she?
there.
Who?
All right.
I know her, but I haven't seen
Next
any of those
question.
films.
Jack, get to the best question of the round.
Question
Say it.
number
Oh
5.
no.
2015's 50 Shades of Grey was nominated for a single Oscar in what category?
The Dark Knight. I mean, you can maybe tell by his clothing. He's a big 50 Shades of Grey fan.
This is black.
Maybe he's seen it. I've never.
I have not.
Luckily, there's
3,
no 50 Shades category.
2, 1. Jacob
Original song.
and Gil.
Best original song. Sorry, I'm trying not to get the glare, but
They're in unison this time again. And Jacob, this time you can celebrate. You're both correct. The correct answer is best original song.
Two big fans on our hands. All
more
right.
nominations than Sing Street.
That
Next
is-
question.
Why would you bring that up?
Sixth question. What 1972 Bruce Lee film sees Bruce's character square off against Chuck Norris in a climactic battle? Jacob struggling in this round so far. Only one so far. But still 3 questions left, including this one. So we still have some time. Its average is 4.
3, 2,
Not a single
1.
question here I've been confident in.
Jacob.
Enter the Dragon.
Gil.
Bruce v. Chuck, Dawn of Justice.
Good guess, Jacob, but the correct answer was The Way of the Dragon, not Enter the Dragon. Great call, Jack.
In what sports movie will you find the fictional Washington Sentinels quarterbacked by former Ohio State star Shane Falco? I have not seen this picture, Helmer. Have you?
American sports.
I have not seen this picture either.
A mere
So-
shame.
I mean, these competitors, I've seen over 1,800 movies, so they can knock all those off. Possible answer.
And 3, 2, 1. Gil
It's wrong. I put Rudy. It's
and Jacob.
Don't even have a guess.
The correct answer is The Replacements.
oh.
The Replacements.
Keanu Reeves. Both competitors struggling and frustrated with this round, but only a 2-point game. So,
I don't think I've seen a single one of the films in these questions so far.
Including the one you
Alright.
got right.
Final question. In what Spielberg film where you hear the quote, "To live would be an awfully big adventure"? Spielberg.
Just had a movie come out.
Have
Wasn't
you
able
seen
to.
it yet, Jack?
I was not able to because
Ah,
my
yes.
theater had like 8 of its 16 theaters rented out to Disney, so we could have fit the Fablemans. 3, 2, 1. All right. Gil.
The BFG.
Yes. And Jacob.
Gone with another Mike Rylance film, Bridge of Spies.
2 good guesses, but both are incorrect. The correct answer is Hook.
Another one I have not seen.
So at the end of round 1, high scoring ball game of 3-1
Right. All
to
right.
the Dark Knight. Round 2. Each player must identify the name of the actor from the picture provided. There will be 3 pictures for each player. Each question is worth the number of the points it is in the sequence from 1 to 3 for each player.
Gil, you are currently in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to your opponent?
I'm gonna go first.
And he's going to go first. And Helmer will pull up your first picture worth 1 point.
It looks so familiar, but
3, 2, 1.
That is Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton.
I don't know if I would have gotten that either. That's a weird picture.
All right. 1 point picture now for Jacob.
Lupita Nyong'o.
And that is correct for 1 point. Jacob bringing up the rear. The score is now 3-2.
Nice. Nice up.
Going back to Gil with his 2-point picture.
Oh my God. Linda Cardellini. Final answer.
And Linda Cardellini is correct. 2 points for Gil. Bouncing it back to Jacob for his 2-point picture.
You could see Gil was nervous there, Jack. He was practically jumping out of his chair there. Gil needed that to maintain his lead.
No, you bastard.
3, 2,
Repeat.
1. First one. Can I see hands as well, Jacob?
They're on my face.
Yep.
I don't have it.
The correct answer we were looking for is Rufus Sewell. Rufus
He's an
Sewell.
old.
And now going back to Gil for his 3-point picture and a chance to further extend his lead going into round 3.
I don't know it, but I broke my my no picture streak, so that's pretty good.
The correct answer we were looking for is Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy
Of course,
Ullman
of
is the
course.
correct answer.
All right, let's go over to Jacob's 3-point picture to see if he can tie the game.
Ooh. I have nothing. No.
3, 2. We were looking for Jackie Cooper from Oscar winner
even
Jack
know
for
him.
the movie.
I believe it was Skippy. It was a nominee. The youngest nominee
Skippy.
was like 9.
Oscar nominee.
Oh, cool.
All right. So, as well as Superman, he was in that movie as well. A little known. But, Jack, what is the score as of right now?
The score currently is 5-2 with Gil in the lead, but moving on to the wheel round, it is still as much as anybody's game.
So the rules of the third round, each competitor will have 4 questions which are all worth 2 points. The questions will all correlate to one specific category. They'll be assigned to them via the Wheel of Truth. If a competitor doesn't like the first category they spin onto, they can choose to spin again. In this case, they must stick to the second category that's spun. In this round, a competitor can choose to go to multiple choice on their questions. If they do this, the correct answer will only be worth 1 point. If a competitor guesses a question incorrectly, their opponent has a chance to steal for that many points. When stealing, a competitor cannot go to multiple choice unless the player they're stealing from have already done so. If a competitor lands on a wildcard slice, they can choose to spin again on the first spin, but must stick with the category in the second spin. A wildcard slice can be either opponent's choice, spinner's choice, or questions from a random actor's filmography.
We have Oscars, Robin Williams, Quentin Tarantino, 1990s, Audrey Hepburn, biopics, the MCU, Disney, Christmas movies, the Cornetto Crew, Indiana Jones, musicals, as well as our wildcard categories that you are not aware of yet, and everyone's favorite, Spin Again.
Gil, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna keep the momentum and go first.
He will go first. He doesn't like to wait in line, this guy. Must be trouble at the amusement parks. Ooh, close!
He just
man.
missed his
God.
favorite.
Thank God.
weird. Yeah, we're gonna spin again.
Why?
We're gonna spin again.
He will spin again. Let's see what he gets.
Jacob likes the Cornetto Crew.
I know. I'm leaving them on the board for you.
Ooh, it's close. What's he going to land on? MCU.
MCU.
Okay.
He feels confident about it,
Okay.
but let's see what Jacob gets. Oh my God. What's...
And he
Cornetto
gets the
Crew.
Cornetto Crew.
What is
It's
he
gonna be
do?
hard though. We got new writers. We'll see.
Will he keep it? It looks like he is.
Oh, does it even need to be said?
Are you sure you didn't want to go again? There were some good ones on there. Wild card 3,
Yes.
I thought you wanted.
Wild card 3 is a very good one. All right, so gonna go to the Dark Knight in his category of MCU first.
Cool.
Might be one of his strengths. You might have seen it, Jack, in our little pregame segment. In what MCU film do we find the first appearance of an artifact or item holding an Infinity Stone? Jack, if you have time. Cool.
3.
We're gonna do multiple
2,
choice.
What? Okay.
I want to just confirm
All right.
that.
Is it A, Captain America, the First Avenger, B, the Avengers, C, Thor, or D, Iron Man 2?
Didn't really help me. We are gonna say Thor.
For 1 point. 6-2. What university is Peter, MJ, and Ned trying to get into but are denied due to Peter's reveal of being Spider-Man in Spider-Man No Way Home?
MIT. Final answer.
For 2 points. 8-2 now. So far, so good for the Dark Knight. What California city does 2018's Black Panther open and close in?
Not 100%, but I might just go for it. I'm gonna say Oakland. Final answer.
For 2 points, the Dark Knight is on a roll. 10-2 now. A vital one here. He's up 8, Jack, now. And Jacob's category is worth 8 points. So if he gets this one here, there is no way that Jacob would be able to take the lead on the Dark Knight going into the last round mathematically. Although he would still be in the ballgame nonetheless. Last question. What is the name of Trevor Slattery's no-face companion in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
I said to my friend last week that I needed to rewatch this movie. We're going to multiple choice it.
Is it A, Brian, B, Morris, C, Reggie, or D, Roger?
I'm going to say Morris. B.
For 1 point, 11-2. Jack, what a round for the Dark Knight himself. Up by 9 now against Jacob the Package Cunningham. So far, so good for the Dark Knight himself.
Yeah, and like you said, Jacob can't quite pass him, but he can get really close to him with his questions now from the realm of the Cornetto crew. What is the only Steven Spielberg film that features performances from both Simon Pegg and Nick Frost?
The Adventures of Tintin.
He's quick with it for 2 points. Score is now 11-4.
Jacob doubles his points.
Yeah!
In Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Chris Evans plays Ramona's second evil ex, Lucas Lee, who is a Hollywood actor that also participates in what sport?
Skateboarding.
And he is correct. Lucas is a skater. Another 2 points for the package. The score is now 6-11.
The package, it's getting delivered, Jack. It took a long time. It took a lot longer.
Got sent to the wrong address at
Prime,
first,
couldn't make the payments, but still got that good day shipping. So score is now 6-11, and his third question is: what Star Wars prequel actor stars as the shoemaker Charlie Price in the 2005 dramedy Kinky Boots, starring Nick Frost as rival shoemaker Don Burton?
All right, I hate you for that question. Multiple choice.
Your choices are A, Joel Edgerton, B, Ewan McGregor, C, Hayden Christensen, or D, Ahmed Best.
I'm going to go with Ewan McGregor.
And that is incorrect, going over to Gil for the potential 1 point steal.
Three.
Oh, Joel Edgerton.
2, 1.
At the buzzer, and he is correct. That is another point for the Dark Knight. The score is now 12-6.
One last question left, Jack. Now it's down by 6. So unless he wants to answer all 3 of his questions in the next round, he's got to get this one right.
If it's harder than that, I'm quitting.
And Jacob's fourth and final question in the Cornetto crew is: in Star Trek Beyond, while fighting swarm ships, Scotty plays the what Beastie Boys song to disrupt their communication signal?
Sabotage.
And he's quick with it. Sabotage is correct. 12-8 is the final score going into round 4.
Good round, Jack, from both competitors.
Really. Hardly any steals on the board, whether not multiple choices needed. 12-8 going into our final round. Helmer, why don't you read the rules for round 4?
Clint Eastwood round. Competitors will choose 3 numbers, which all correlate to 3 directors that their questions will be related to. Competitors will receive a 2, a 3, and a 5-point question with the numbers they choose correlating to the directors that each question will be based on. Whoever has the most points at the end of this round will be declared the winner. If there's a tie of this round, we will go into overtime. If this is an exhibition match, though, and there's no lead after overtime, it's a tie, which we've never had, but that would be pretty awesome. All right.
Hey.
So you're not in the lead right now. 3 numbers from 1 to 14.
11, 6, 1.
11, 6, and 1. And the Dark Knight.
I'm going to do 2, 5, 2, 5, 12.
All right, Jake, we're going to go to you first. You're down by 4. You chose the number 11, which correlates to Alfred Hitchcock. 2-pointer. Name one of the 2 1954 Hitchcock films to star Grace Kelly.
Rear Window.
For 2 points. 12 to 10.
Classic.
All right. Still not out of the woods yet. He has to answer his 3-pointer to take the lead. He said number 6, which correlates to the Wachowski sisters. For 3 points and the lead. What film directed by the Wachowskis stars Gina Gershon and Jennifer Tilly?
Love that film. Bound.
For 3 points, the package takes the lead. 13-12, Jack. What a game changer. Now, the Dark Knight has to answer his questions, although he only has to answer 1 correctly in order to force it back to Jacob for his 5. The Dark Knight chose number 2, which correlates to Nora Ephron for 2 points. What New York City landmark was where Sam and Annie meet in Sleepless in Seattle? Three, 2, 1.
Empire State Building.
The last second. That's right for 2 points. Gil takes the lead back 14-13. He might be from around there, but still gets it right. He takes the lead, forcing Jacob to his 5. Jack started out a bit slow, but what a match we have on our hands right now. Number 1, which correlates to Robert Zemeckis.
Not much better.
For 5 points and the lead. You have 2 repeats remaining. Robert Zemeckis made his directorial debut with what 1978 comedy named for an early Beatles smash hit?
Just writing stuff.
3, 2,
Repeat.
1. Second one.
I have a Beatles collection right over there. I'm not going to look at it.
3, 2,
Repeat.
1.
I'm going to go with Yellow Submarine.
And your winner, the Dark Knight Gil! You were looking for I Want to Hold Your Hand, which means Gil, what a win for you. 14-13, what a match. You were really determined to come back here and get a win against a top-tier player like Jacob. How does it feel?
I'm gonna be honest, guys. This feels phenomenal. Like this has been a struggle of a season 3. Jacob, phenomenal. A lot of respect for you. But like I feel like things are just heating up. Nikita, the rest of the kitchen, Ryan. Thank you guys.
Congratulations, man. You earned it, and you will be facing off against Merc for a chance for a title shot against Hunter, the champion.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Thank you both. I will see you there.
This wasn't the result you were looking for, especially after a good duos run with Gall. What went wrong here? You feel? I definitely think you're about to say, maybe round one.
Oh, you think? Yeah, round 1 and 2 didn't go to plan. Round 1 I know is not my strong suit, but even that was quite bad for me. But at the same time, there were 8 questions I did not know at all, and I got one of them right. But again, Gil had the same questions and he navigated them really beautifully. So all the respect to him. I'm really not happy about this, but I'm not bitter about it. And I wish Gil all the best against Merc. That Beatles question, I maybe should have thought a little harder because, like, I want to hold your hand. That's in there somewhere. But no, very, very well played to Gil. And finally, both the matches I've spun Cornetto Crew or Edgar Wright, I've lost in singles. So that's an interesting one. Maybe need to rethink it. But no, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have to step back for a bit. I'll jump back in the ring as soon as you put me there. But I'm happy to let some of these other guys have a crack for the time being.
Jack, 14-13. Before the game, I thought Jacob was going to pull this out. Obviously, we've seen Gil struggle, but just like his match against Tiz to begin the season, although it's a low-scoring game, he keeps the lead. He keeps being composed, and ultimately, like his match against Tiz, he came out with the victory.
Yeah, he was able to hold that lead throughout the director round. Once he got that last steal in the wheel round, he was just sitting really comfortable. I'm definitely excited for the contenders match to come bringing this match to a close. Thank you everyone for joining. I am Jack Renault here with the League of Cinephiles, and as always, ciao.